Now, I know what you might be thinking. They will obey you. That's a pretty bold claim, right? It sounds like some kind of magic or mind control, but really, it points to this profound and kind of hidden law of the mind. So how on earth can you influence other people without even saying a single word to them? Well, let's dive in and explore this secret. I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? We all have people in our lives that we wish would act just a little differently. Maybe it's a difficult boss, a distant partner, or that friend who just never seems to call you back. The usual advice is, no, you can't change other people, you can only change yourself. But what if that wasn't the whole story? So picture this. That friend who's been MIA, they suddenly call you totally out of the blue. That boss who's always on your case, they walk up and give you some completely unexpected praise. Their whole behavior just shifts. And the crazy part is, they have no idea what prompted it. But you, according to this theory, you'll know exactly why. Okay, so what is this strange and secret power? Let's get one thing straight away. Right away, this is not about manipulation, it's not about playing weird mind games with people. It's really about understanding a fundamental principle of how our inner world, our thoughts, our beliefs, our assumptions, actually shapes the world we see around us.
Come on, you've totally experienced this before, right? You're just thinking about someone you haven't heard from in years, and bam, your phone rings, and it's them. Or maybe you're absolutely dreading a meeting with a manager who's always critical, and then you go in and they're just surprisingly supportive and kind. We tend to just write these things off as coincidences. But what if they're not? What if they are effects, and the cause is actually hidden inside you?
And this right here brings us to the core concept. It's the 5 little words that make up this whole law of influence. Everyone is you pushed out. This is the secret, the mechanism behind all those strange and sudden changes you see in other people.
Okay, I know, this is a really radical idea. There are no others. This asks us to, just for a moment, suspend our belief that the world is full of billions of separate people all acting independently. Instead, it proposes that every single person in your world is, in some deep, fundamental way, a projection of you.
So let's just define this so it's crystal clear. EIPO. It stands for Everyone is You Pushed Out. And it's the theory that every single person you meet, from your best friend to the person who makes your coffee, is a mirror. They're a direct reflection of your own internal state of consciousness. So their actions, their words, even their attitudes towards you, they're not really theirs, they're yours, just pushed out into your physical world for you to see.
Probably the most powerful way to really get your head around this concept is to think of the world as a giant, perfect mirror.
So think about it this way. If someone is constantly being critical of you, they're just a messenger. They're delivering a report that says, hey, you hold an inner belief of being criticized. If someone is being incredibly loving and kind to you, they're just another messenger, showing you the love and kindness you feel inside yourself. They aren't the cause of your feelings. They are the evidence of them.
And this right here, this is the absolute game changer. When you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you don't start yelling at the mirror, right? You don't try to physically force the reflection to smile. That would be insane. No, you change yourself. You smile and the reflection instantly smiles back. It has no other choice. Well, this principle says the exact same thing applies to people.
Okay, so that's the theory, which is mind-bending, for sure. But how do we actually use it? How do we apply it? Well, it all boils down to a really simple 3-step technique that you can literally start using today.
It's incredibly simple. First, in your imagination, you just bring the person you want to influence to your mind. Second, you see them exactly as you wish they were. See them behaving differently, hear them saying the things you want to hear, embody that desired change. And third, and this is so key, you mentally congratulate them on it. You feel the genuine happiness and relief for them, as if this new reality is already a fact.
Let's make this super concrete. So on the left here, maybe your old assumption is, my friend is unemployed and really struggling. So that's the reality that keeps showing up for you. To change it, you create a new assumption in your mind. Over on the right, my friend is so successful and is absolutely thriving in their new job. You see them happy, you imagine hearing them tell you all the good news. You're shifting your internal state about them.
This quote really just wraps the whole technique up perfectly. It's an internal act. It all happens in your imagination. You're not going up to them in the real world and telling them they need to change. No, you are changing them in you. And by the law of the mirror, the external world, the reflection, it has to conform.
So there you have it.
The theory is laid out, the technique is clear, the only thing left to do is to actually put it into practice. This is really where the explanation ends and your own personal experiment begins.
Look, the ultimate takeaway here is this. You are so much more powerful than you've ever been led to believe. The control panel for your reality isn't out there somewhere. It's in here. The power to create a more peaceful, loving, and successful world for yourself and for everyone in it lies entirely within your own wonderful human imagination.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. A challenge, really. Don't just file this away as some interesting idea. Use it. Test it. Think of one person, right now, a friend, a family member, a coworker. Instead of just wishing they were different, try seeing them as different, inside your own mind. Who will you imagine for first?